What would you do in a hurricane?
I would do what I always do. Protect you.
What happens to a child where they lose that person that is their protector? One is they kind of make the decision of either finding someone else that can become that protector or ensuring that they themselves are that protector. When we lose someone very young, yes, we can sometimes have abandonment issues where we end up worrying that other people could leave us because it's already happened. And to someone that's so monumental, our parents are what create our foundation for us. On the other half, we could become more avoidantly attached, where we learn that, you know what, I can't depend on anyone else because they may leave me. So I make sure that I put all my eggs in my own basket because then I know that I can't leave myself. And so it's the opposite of an issue of abandonment. You become very resilient. You try to take care of everything yourself. You may not ask for help when you should. Also, children are mostly mimics. They do a lot of mimicry of behavior. Think about a traumatic event. So when we mimic the most, when our brain is on record, is during times of trauma or emotional distress or where we have to pay attention. So here she has this calamity that happens in her life, but she sees this hero that then imprints upon her. During this time of distress, they're not afraid, they're taking care of themselves. And so Hawkeye becomes that person that she looks up to. So we also see a little bit of Kate's own personality. So we can see that she's a good problem solver, she's a risk taker, she wants to do things that other people can't. She has something to prove.
Oh my God, that was amazing! All right, that's not great.
She can be a little bit impulsive. She's not really thinking about the consequences to her actions. But the coolest part of this is when you have mastered a skill, in times of stress, you're actually better at it. And I love that scene that when she's pulling the arrow, you can see time kind of slows down and she can hear her own pulse. And it's not rapid. She's in the zone. This is what she does.
Come on!
You're a Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Kate Bishop.
You're a kid.
Clint sees her and she's just a few years older than his own daughter. Right away he softens. And you hear the excitement in her voice. She is meeting her hero. When you haven't met someone, but you look up to them and have for years, we impart our own beliefs of what they're gonna be like. Whatever we don't know about them, our brain answers. And so we answer in our optimal self of how we hope they would be, this idealized version. And let's just say it, yeah, when they say you should never meet your heroes, they're never gonna live up to what we have put inside of our head. And so often it can be really disheartening.
Are you assessing threats? Is that what you're doing? So that's how you operate? You're just constantly looking for things that are suspicious or weird?
So she's also trying to learn everything that she can about him. It's so cute when she's like looking her head around, are you assessing for threats? She's trying to figure out what he does so she can replicate it.
Look, just so you know, I'm not some total noob. I know I was a little overwhelmed out there, but I really held my own.
She wants him to be proud of her. She's like, look, I did really well.
You know, some people have actually called me the world's greatest archer.
You one of those people?
One of them is, yes.
She's hoping to get some praise, but Clint's kind of sarcastic and jaded, and he's been through so much after losing Nat and all of the press and all of the fanfare. He's not giving her what she hopes for inside of her bucket, which would be that fatherly praise from him.
We need some supplies.
Hell yeah. Avenger supplies? Not gonna lie to you, Hawkeyes. Bit of a letdown.
Yeah, sorry to disappoint you.
She's created this thing. She wants to see Hawkeye as that superhero, to have the Avengers moment. Don't we all? But expectations versus reality often do disappoint us.
How's your wound?
Oh, all right. Just hurts a little bit.
Did you clean it?
Even though he tries to put up this gruff outer image, the father part of him still kind of comes through. And you can see her voice soften also as he shows care for her. Is he more fatherly because he lost his children for 5 years? No, I think that Clint really is that family man. It's hard for him not to just naturally go into that parental role that he does all the time. And she also is very receptive to it.
Yeah, it's on wrong. I'm just gonna rip it off like a Band-Aid, okay? Ready, one, two, no.
His voice is so soft and caring, but my favorite part is when he rips the Band-Aid off. It's such a dad thing.
What you wanna do is go perpendicular to it. You want to close it so we can mend to each other faster.
He corrects her in a really loving way. Sometimes he's kind of sarcastic, but with this, it's just really caring, and this is how you do something so that she learns from it. He genuinely feels bad that she ended up getting hurt, even though it caused him all kinds of trouble.
What's this?
Oh, I started to describe what I could remember of the tracksuit's faces.
I guess you're not an art major.
Okay.
I love this interplay because his sarcastic way is kind of teasing, but in a very soft way. And she takes it really well also. And it shows that they're starting to establish a comfortable relationship with each other. He's not using as harsh of a tone. He's not as annoyed as he was before. And when you can banter in between with each other, that is what a relationship is. It's forming trust.
In less than 24 hours, you've been on the news twice. Told you that suit was bad news.
So here he is, she's made another error that's getting him into trouble, but he doesn't even blame her. He blames the suit. He doesn't give you an I told you so. He doesn't say you should have done this. He doesn't even give her a lecture. He just quietly understands that she's already accepted that she messed up, and he goes right into, I'm going to solve this. And so that means that he also feels like he's partially to blame. He's the one that has tainted the suit and made people search for it. And so he now feels responsible to make sure that she's safe and she can get out of this.
Hey, look, that one's you.
No, it's Katniss Everdeen.
Your problem is branding.
No, my problem is you. We're trying to kill you because of this ninja suit.
Your whole thing is that you're low-key. It's a very hard brand to sell.
It also shows the generational differences, right? She's all about social media and what his name will mean and why he's not followed, and that could cause certain issues for him. But really, he's just thinking about the things that in his life are important, which are problem solving, making sure that she is safe, because he's already lost someone very close to him, Nat, and he feels that he's the one that should have died, not her. And so now he's gonna make sure that Kate does not also suffer a similar fate.
Well, I'm not really trying to sell anything.
People don't want that cynical, cool thing anymore. They want sincerity.
Why this matters so much to her? Why does his image even matter so much to her? He inspired her. He's the one that she kept on going for. She kept on fighting to achieve, to become like him. And so his brand actually matters to her. That inspiration, what she's saying there is, you inspired me. He completely misses it, but that's why she cares. She feels like he could inspire others also.
This is probably going to be the last time we see each other.
The only thing you've taught me is how to lose a tail, and I mostly already knew that.
Here, put your phone number in here. Emergencies only, or I'll block and delete you.
Call you later.
No, please don't.
So you see her heartbreak when she finds out that one is this might be the last time, but also what she had hoped for was that she was going to be mentored. He was going to apprentice her in how to become like him. He just kind of is like, doesn't really matter. He's not even looking at her. She's looking at him with these puppy dog eyes. But I love that she's so resilient that even though he says, don't message me, she does not care. She's not letting him out of her grasp that quickly. And he tries to set proper boundaries, right? If you do this, I will block you. But she doesn't care. She's gotten a hold of her hero and she's not gonna let him out that quickly.
Where is Kate Bishop?
I've never met her.
So you can see where that impulsivity and maybe not thinking about consequences to actions now comes into play. He had this perfect plan. She may have sabotaged it just a touch.
It's wrong.
I was just trying to help, okay?
Don't talk.
I love it. I love one that he's infinitely polite, like even to the tracksuit gang, tracksuit people, even to the people in the tracksuit, even though she has again gotten him into even more trouble than he had planned to and didn't listen, though she said she wasn't going to, so he kind of knew. He's really kind about it. He doesn't yell, he doesn't lose his temper, he doesn't call her names. He just says, don't talk. That shows his wonderful fathership skills at play. And I think that these two are going to have a really strong bond by the end of the series. So let me know what was your favorite scene, and if you like this video, please hit subscribe.